What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 24 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Mazdamundi campaign. So as we saw last time, our wars on two fronts continue, with the Lustrian portion of the map embroiled in a war against Itsa as Gorok refuses to back down and join the true great plan, whereas the invasion of the desert here proceeds about as planned. I guess the lizards really want to, sun in the warm sands there. Not entirely sure about the Slann and their amphibian nature, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, there are amphibious, or rather amphibious, there are amphibians that live in the desert. I know that for a fact. I'm just not sure how exactly that works. I think they probably dig in the ground or something like that to survive the heat and maybe only come out at night. That would make more sense to me, but that's, I suppose, true of a lot of desert creatures anyway, so that doesn't really change much. Anyway, I'm digressing. If anybody knows more about the biology around desert amphibians, please let me know. Anyway, let us continue with the wars. Virus should fall fairly easily. In fact, I think we could just auto-resolve it. Looks like the garrison here is absolute trash. So let's start with that. I'll do that real quick. I guess Mavkatel, you can help out, and you almost have your lord. We actually have to get another one of our lords down here as well. Wait, let's continue and have you help out with Virus. Unfortunately, Kofor down here belongs to Bretonia, or Kurun, the main faction, and that means I guess we can't really... Ooh, wait. I just thought of something. If we move away, will you be able to attack Al-Haik? It does have a little bit of a garrison. I think it can defend itself with its towers, so it's fine. It's fine, just do that. But yeah, Kofor we can't take unless we want to declare war on these guys. Maybe we could do that later. Oh, look at these two Slann. Make a wall out of their chairs there. Alright, Sadokrom, take care of this, please. Nobody should die. Nobody should really get hurt either. Oh wow, you guys actually got hurt. How dare you. How dare you. Alright, occupy this. Virus is now ours. And Venom of the Firefly Frog. That's funny. You have poison attacks and magical attacks. So the question is, don't you guys normally have magical attacks? Yeah, you normally have magical attacks. So does the Venom of the Firefly Frog really add that much to you? I mean, poison is swell, but if you already had magical attacks... And it's an enchanted item. You know what, I feel like we should give you something else for now. In fact, if we could give you something that buffs up your magical, that we don't have anything like that. You know what, maybe keep it for now, and then we'll change it up afterwards. I mean, poison's poison, I suppose. It's still useful. Oh, you can actually move right back into Al-Haik, and even if these guys do attack it, you'll be fine. Beautiful. Alright, we got some level ups here. Fortunately, neither of you two have heroes yet, guys. Yet, we're working on it. Let us have you get Enchanted Vines, just so you don't die. It's a 2,500 point increase in your HP, which is pretty useful. And yeah, oh, man. But if we get another thing, we can get the Blood of Ghyran. Technically, we can already get the Blood of Ghyran next turn. Ooh, and if we get something here, we can get the Greater Arcane Conduit. Damn, there's a lot of good upgrades for this guy right now. Alright, fine. Get the Dwellers Below, and then we'll get Greater Arcane Conduit next turn, then. Alright, fine. Fine, game, if that's the way you're gonna be. You, Mavkatel, hey, you're starting to rise up in your levels, at level 9 now. Getting there. Let's see, Cold One, Pterodon Riders, Riperdactyl Riders, Coatl Salamander, and Razordon Hunting Packs, Vigor Loss Reduction. Let's get that. I do want to get the Greater Arcane Conduit, but that does buff up a lot of our forces, so why the heck not? You're going to join this, and we'll get another leader of the team, i.e. one of you two, to go down there. I guess we can send Zyri there, and then keep Talene here with you, at least for now. Presuming that we're gonna do something with this army, I just don't know what it is yet. You're gonna go over here. Alright, I'm happy with that. Oh, there's another Skull Island here. Oh, okay, after Tyrene is done, maybe he can... or rather, after Carithril and Tyrene are done, they can maybe go and grab that, or we can send Tehenowyn up there or something like that. Speaking of Tehenowyn, he is now sieging Itsa itself, and it is probably in our best interest to siege it. This is going to be a cinematic battle. As I recall, there is some nice defenders here. Yeah, there's a couple of Ancient Stags, a ton of Temple Guard, and we don't have any artillery to speak of. Alright, well, this is going to be an interesting fight. Let us have you then... Now here's the question: do we just assault it, or do we try to siege it? We'll get a lot of damage coming in from the enemy. Ooh, what we could also do is give our skink priest here a steg. Nakai's skink priest specifically, and give him a steg, which will give him an artillery unit. Oh wait, no, that's a regular steg, not an ancient. Damn it! Wait, no, yeah, that's right. The regular steg is the artillery unit. So, we could do that and just have this one unit tear down those towers. It might be useful, especially if we don't have enough points to... I mean, to be fair, the skink priests, this line is not that important. You just get supply lines, and that's pretty much it. Nothing here really benefits KROXIGORs that much. You just really want to get elusive to get him a little bit more defending. But otherwise, I don't really care about the rest of the stuff here. Mostly magic and some of this stuff. You know what? I think that's a good idea. Let's give you a regular steg for now, and maybe we'll change it to one of the others, maybe an Engine of the Gods or something like that later. But for now, this will really help this particular battle out. Especially as we don't have anybody here that can siege either. Alrighty, time for a cinematic battle over at Itsa. It is a low casualties, but I think the auto-resolve is lying because it's going to be tough bringing down all these ancient stegs and stuff like that, even with our army advantage. So here we go. Let's do it immediately. Here we go, the battle for Itsa. Now, Gorok's capital may seem relatively undefended, but once again, it does have quite a few elite troops. The Pterodon Riders, to be fair, we don't really care about, but they've got KROXIGORs, they've got an Ancient Steg here, 2 more units of KROXIGORs, another Ancient Steg, a Feral Basti, a Feral Carnosaur. Red-Crested Skink Chief is unfortunately their lord, but I think that's just the garrisoning army, and then a frickin' ton of Temple Guard on top of these walls. Now, interestingly enough, this is the territory where the enemy would have a severe disadvantage if we had any ranged troops, but because it's lizard on lizard, that advantage does not actually exist. They also have these towers, and upon loading into the game, it became apparent that they are the crazy long-range towers. I guess this is the higher... level towers. Well, that's not so good for us because unfortunately that tower considerably outranges our only skink priest with the long-range Stegodon, the artillery Stegodon. We're going to try to get him in here to try to exchange shots with the tower, but with only one lord and with no ability to heal him via regrowth or anything like that, I don't think it's going to be that great. However, the enemy did one thing that is a massive screw-up. It positioned all of its army, basically the entire portion, on this portion of the map because Tehenoan started here. And that is terrible because Nakai's force came in from this path through this little gate here. No, I just realized there's like this wall is like within a much bigger and much better wall. I had never noticed that on this map. Are you kidding me? They should have been defending all of this nonsense. That would make for a really cool and different map. First of all, this could be like the Citadel, whereas you could try to hold a big wall, and maybe even if this is not a gate, this could be like a force field, and even if it wasn't a force field, you could have like units actually guarding this, trying to hold the choke point with extra range units up on top of the towers as well, before the ability to retreat back into the Citadel. So fingers crossed for Game 3, because I really feel like this much larger wall is going unused here. Why let the enemy approach like this? But anyway, Nakai, as I said, is coming in here, and Nakai himself, with his giant pile of KROXIGORs, should be able to make it through after he bashes down the wall, and then well, with the help of with the only dino we have. The other Kroxis are unfortunately not able to bash down walls, but here they come in support of Nakai, and they look pretty darn hulking here. There we go, Kroxi army coming in, and I guess this is going to be a first little debut for them, even if it isn't a real debut. And just looking at the enemy garrison here, it is also apparent that they are not going to move in regards to responding to this. So we will have free time to smack this gate and get the KROXIGORs in there. Come on, Nakai. You can break down this wall. You've killed harder things than a wall. We all know you have. Also, the Blessed KROXIGORs, or the Regiment of Renowned KROXIGORs, look really, really cool, don't they? I love the orange eyes and like the orange coloring thing that they've got going on with the lines on them. Or I guess that's paint and not actual coloring. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it's paint. It's paint. There's like a handprint there. I take it that's what skinks probably apply to them or something. Because those hands are way too small, I think, for another KROXIGOR's paw. Alrighty, how we looking over here? Wall is at 26%, and it's probably about time we sped it up a little bit. Our Basti is gonna try to go forward, but immediately we can see just how much damage they start taking. These are the towers that have the equivalent of the Basties with solar engine. I taken a massive amount of damage, tried to get a shot off, but then just immediately backed off because I figured by the time we backed up, this guy would be at about half HP, and that's roughly what ends up happening. With only one Bastion, no way to repair it, there's no way we can bring down the towers. We can only either assault the walls or try to break through. Fortunately, the walls are just about done, and we can move in the rest of our supporting units, our Blessed Chameleon Skinks as well as our Red Crests, a Skink Priest, and then this entire army. Tehedman's entire force is actually going to go around, screw this tower, and just move in and help out Nakai. So well done, Nakai, and your like little special forces here. Very well done. Too bad the AI... Well, I suppose if the AI had spread itself way too thin all over the walls, then we could have just charged the walls and had an easier time of it, but I don't know, hard to say, to be honest. It probably would have been a lot better if it had just spread out along the entire wall. It would have been easier for it to defend. Yeah, we would have been able to break through, but we would have taken a lot of damage to these highly effective towers. Oh, well, unfortunate. All these empty ziggurats. Would also be cool if these ziggurats would, like, fire down a little bit. Like, if you could dock skinks, skink skirmishers and stuff, like, inside the little ziggurats. And also, I just noticed, these things are really steep. Like, really steep, aren't they? That's pretty crazy steep. Trip and die, basically. Oh well, KROXIGORs are coming in, and it looks like the enemy wants to respond with Kroxis of its own. We're also moving in our Blessed Chameleon Skinks. We're going to dock them up on top of the walls to support anybody that fights the KROXIGORs here, and we're going to get some KROXIGOR and KROXIGOR action. We have Blessed Kroxis here, and I think that Blessed Kroxis are better at fighting Kroxis than regular Kroxis are at fighting Kroxis. Okay, now Kroxis sounds weird. But the thing is, the Blessed Kroxis have less units, but they have magical damage, so they go through the physical resistance that the KROXIGORs have, at least to some degree. 25% on the Blessed ones. I can't quite tell what the regular ones have here. I can't mouse over it? What the hell? Well, that's weird. Okay, well, the game just doesn't want me to know. It does not matter because the Blessed Kroxis destroyed them with the help of the Chameleon Skinks poisoning them all and such. Very nice. Very nice. And then some Red Crests are going to move in to help out here. There is a Blessed Steg that's also coming in, but we still have the support of all of our Chameleon Skinks firing down on all of them, so I think this is a fairly decent position for us to be in with these 4 units. This is why I kept left these 2 units of KROXIGORs behind while Nakai started to move in with the rest of his forces up to the center of the enemy settlement here. Cold One Riders, another unit of KROXIGORs moving in, and it looks like an Ancient Stag moving in as well. We will have some stuff defending the enemy when Nakai moves in, but that's okay. We also have our main force. The Tehedman's coming in. We have the Oracle moving up ahead. That's a lot of shots coming in from those Chameleon Skinks as well, but the Ancient Stag does have 100 armor, so they're not going to be doing too much damage, but at least the thing is poisoned. And I still maintain that some units should be immune to poison, although Steg is probably not one of them. And there we go, the enemy is actually running around its Carnosaur, but thinks better of moving it in there. Surrounded by Red Crests and Kroxis, I don't think this thing's going to have too much of a chance here. We haven't actually taken much damage at all, and this thing's just about ready to go down. Very well done, a little force that stayed behind, and now Nakai and the rest of the Kroxis are charging and all kind of blocking each other. It's just unfortunate. I probably should have ordered some to move up this path in advance, but I guess they wanted to keep to the right side. I think it's like they're remembering when the old ones were around, and the old ones had cars, and you know they separated their lanes and stuff like that. And that's why the Kroxis are just instinctually doing that. They don't even know why. There's just they just have a genetic memory of old ones in cars and spaceships, I guess. And a little dive bomb by Pterodon Riders. This is a terrible, terrible idea. What they really should have done is set up all the way back here and just chuck their little spears into the backs of the Croxes, because this, they're already basically dead after that charge. But damn, what a cluster of dinos here. So many dinos, and I think the Temple Guard are not able to help out yet either, partly because they are very, very slow, and they're slowly moving in here. Now, the enemy KROXIGOR unit here by itself is getting kind of wrecked, and it will go very, very soon, especially with our Blessed Croxy smashing them around. Now, the enemy Temple Guard are moving in, but we do have options here, and those options are... What the hell? Is that our spell or was that their spell? No, this was our spell, I think. There we go. No, wait, that was their spell. Huh. Yeah, that was their spell. That's their Skink Priest avatar here. I was wondering where that came from, because we have a Priest of the Heavens too, and I was just like, wait a second, why would I drop magic on our own red-crested skinks? But that was just the enemy. What we did, however, drop is our Temple Guard Terminators to block off this entire set of enemy Temple Guard, as well as the enemy Skink Priest avatar. All of this is blocked while these guys are getting wrecked, and then the rest of our army should be able to consolidate and hold off the rest of the Temple Guard. In the meantime, Nakai's forces have taken a slight bit of damage. The Blessed KROXIGORs that were all the way up front have taken about 40% HP damage, but otherwise everybody is fine. We do have to remember that we have our Revivification Crystal here all along, plus of the regeneration buff that we've got, so this still is pretty fine. It's just really hard to break through this line. Monstrous Infantry and Cav holding back, and Monsters holding back Monstrous Infantry and Monsters. You gotta love lizard fights sometimes. I generally don't like fighting faction on faction, but this is still quite fun. Alright, how are we doing in terms of HP over here? The enemy are holding quite well. They are not losing too much HP. Their weakest units, that's on Nakai. These Cold One Riders, the Cav, are obviously going to have a bad day of it. The regular KROXIGORs that were on the enemy side are also almost out of the picture. Tehenwan all the way back here together with our Skink Chief, who are going to help out and help Nakai break through. There was actually a Carnosaur here that I forgot to go to. I just sent Tehenwan and this guy to this Skink Priest, or Skink Chief rather, to fight the Carnosaur that we saw moving around back here, and it died really, really quickly when fighting these two, so that's why it's not here. A few seconds away, and then it was gone. Alright, back to this massive, massive pile of Temple Guard. Alrighty, and they are lining up. Now our Blessed KROXIGORs are in here as well. I wonder who would be more effective against Temple Guard. Ooh, nice shot from our Troglodon there. Moving back the red-crested skinks now because they are very badly hurt, but Ichlitek is here as well as all of our other dinos, bringing up the rear with the heals and all that stuff. And our enemy army ability has spawned a unit. I take it that's another, Skink Priest avatar, so they'll get a little bit more magic, but that's fine. The enemy Temple Guard is also moving up on the walls to prevent our Blessed Chameleon Skinks from supporting us, which is a little bit unfortunate, but what can you do? And I think as soon as our red-crested skinks are out, we can start casting our own magic. Especially with the enemy just a giant pile of infantry here, whereas we have a much larger pile of monsters than they do. And here we go, gonna get a breath attack going through all of these guys. There we go, at least knocking them back a little bit, not doing too much damage because of their armor, but still okay. We still have other spells to use as well as soon as this is done. And, oh right, what I was saying was the regular KROXIGORs, they have, Engine of the Gods coming in from Tehenwan right here. Man, I keep interrupting myself because stuff keeps getting cast. How are we doing over here? It looks like we've almost broken through the line. That's why I decided that Tehenwan can freely use his Engine of the Gods to help out over here, especially as it will no longer be hitting our red crests, and especially is because it's not needed here. These are just monsters holding the line. There's nothing else, really. Dinos and Croxies versus Dinos and Croxies, plus heroes and lords. And there we go, Engine of the Gods cutting right through the enemy pile of Temple Guard. Very, very nice. As if Sotek reached down and, you know, proclaimed his favor towards Tehenwan. Troglodon is now out of its ammunition and is just going to help out in melee. It does have a buff in melee as well, as I recall. Alrighty. Arcs of Sotek doing their thing. There are poisonous serpents all over the place, and the Temple Guard are fleeing before the might of all these dinos. There we go, and just like that, the battle should be just about over. The enemy army is shattered and all running. We have the main portion of the settlement captured, and the Temple Guard are unable to hold their ground. Finally, the thing that I kept interrupting myself about was that Blessed KROXIGORs against Temple Guard. Now, Blessed KROXIGORs generally do better against larger units, not many model units, not multiple entity units, but rather smaller entity units like cavalry and anything that has high physical resistance, like potentially lords and stuff like that, because they have magical attacks and fewer models and higher hit damage. Whereas they also, however, lack an anti-infantry ability. The regular KROXIGORs have the anti-infantry, so I am wondering, against a super elite unit like the Temple Guard, who would do better? I'd like to test that out specifically at some point. Especially since Temple Guard are halberd units, and KROXIGORs are fairly fragile at times, even with the 25% physical resistance. But anyway, I digress. This battle for Itsa is over, and I think we won it pretty handily. Let's see how we did. Alrighty, there we are with minimal losses and some damn fine lizard-on-lizard action. We were able to take Itsa, and it was a pretty fun battle. I did enjoy the special forces of Nakai moving in, breaking through that wall, and allowing us entry into the city. They were kind of like the Centurions to the Temple Guard's Terminators there, hulking and slow-moving, but they broke down those walls, battered them down as it were, and then they were able to move in. Obviously, they themselves are not able to attack walls, but Nakai plus this one Basti with Revivification Crystal were able to do that for us, so that really did work out. We also got a free banner of Swiftness on you. I really would have preferred another War Banner. I feel like Tehenwen should just have like 6 War Banners and nothing else. He is a devotee of the War God after all, but for now we'll give that to Ichlatek. He can have the Banner of Swiftness, because once he's on his Carnosaur, he's going to be moving out around alone, where he's not debuffing his allies and just hunting down, murdering things. So let's occupy this, Itsa. There we are. And yeah, we got that Banner of Swiftness. Yes, Gold Sigil Sword, don't really care. Is Ichlatek ready to get that Carnosaur yet? Level 17. One more. So damn close. What can you have in the meantime? I already have training. We don't have Deadly Onslaught yet. Oh man, at level 18 we'll have to choose between Deadly Onslaught and the Carnosaur, which will be an obvious choice. But I suppose in the meantime we'll get... Technically we want both Scarred Veteran and Woundmaker, but I guess since you're going to be focused on murdering things, let's just go for Woundmaker for now, and then we'll go Scarred Veteran second. And not yet enough for Honored Elder or Immortality. Actually at level 19 we should hold on to the points so we can get both of these at level 20. Anyway, you're good now. There is level ups more. Okay, well, more level ups, you know what I mean. You, Tehenwen, you have Stand Your Ground and Epicentrist and Spawnkin, so you don't, I think, need anything else in these lines, which means we can start building you up as a monstrous fighter here. You have all your stuff under Fanatic. So yeah, let's make you stronger at fighting. I really do want to get Arcane Conduit. I'm just a little bit worried that we won't have enough points to go for both lines, and therefore we should probably focus on Arcane Conduit, especially since you do have an Oracle. So the Oracle can support your casting. On the other hand, Flock of Doom is really useful, and getting 2 Flocks of Doom is not too bad either, but we definitely still should make you a good fighter. So let's start with Blade Master, make you hit really hard. I'm not entirely sure about Thick-Skinned. Maybe we'll get Thick-Skinned over Enforcer of Order. I haven't thought about it yet. We will decide that later. You, my Orc, or your Skink Chief. Oh, right. So, the other Skink Chief is currently on an Ancient Stag. We could put you on an Ancient Stag as well. Or we could do 1 and 1. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know, and I don't think it matters. Let's give it Dance of Death either way, and, well, I guess Agility of Lizard would also help, but let's go with Dance with Death, and then we'll see about the other stuff. Alright, so that's your guys' level ups. Nakai, you leveled up as well, buddy. Level 25, not too bad at all. Sacred Wanderer, Missile Resistance 25%, that's pretty nice. I guess we gotta go for that Missile Resistance, even though... wait, did we want to... Oh, you have 1 point in... wait, you have points in Proud Warrior as well. We need to redo Nakai's stuff, don't we? He has his stuff. Golden Tributes and the Ogham Shard. Yeah, he has them both, so... Alright, that's fine then. That's fine. Now let's do a respec real quick then. Yes, I want to fully respect this character. Alright, Nakai. I want you to get Root Marcher, Inspiring Presence, Predatory Fighter, Legendary Warrior. Then we will want, obviously, Transcendental Elegance. We will want Reclamation, Dealer in Death, obviously. Power up all those Croxies. We can give you Reptilian Resilience probably later. We still have a bunch of points to spend. Stone to Dust. Enemy Siege Holdout Time -5, minimum 1 turn, eh? Yeah, you know what? This will allow Nakai to siege stuff himself. Let's buff up those KROXIGORs further. Dominion Disturbed Reinforcement Range. I mean, it can help if we get ourselves into a terrible situation. I really want the Sacred Wanderer, so we are going to get that. We also got to get Miasma of Despair and Aura of Inertia back up. So let's get Wild-Eyed. Your armor is actually pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of Enforcer of Order because it's 2 points for quite a lot. You know what? Let's get Devastating Charge. Nakai looks like he's having a great time charging, so we might as well give him that. Plus, in combination with Demon Crusher, that'll help him out. Imparted Knowledge. First spawning will give Frenzy to all the Croxies, so definitely yes. Horde Growth I don't really care about, but the Casualty Replenishment Rate is... it's okay. Let's get Sacred Wanderer first. This is definitely something we can pick up. Miasma of Despair for now. Definitely Impassioned, because I remember from playing Gorok's campaign all the way to the end, and Gorok was a really completed campaign. Like, I believe I conquered pretty much everything with him. I remember Nakai being fairly fragile, so that's certainly something to be concerned with. Ooh, he hits really hard, but he also has a decent amount of HP. Technically, you probably want both of these. Let's get Scarred Veteran for now. And then Aura of Inertia. And then we'll skip the rest of these points for getting the Sacred Guardian upgrade, as well as the Skirmisher upgrade. Or we could skip this, because technically we really only need the... what will this give us, by the way? Ooh, 15 Missile Resistance for KROXIGORs. Yeah, no, we should get that early. We should get that early. Fine, fine, fine. Let's get Skirmishers for Skinks, right? It includes Red-Crested Skinks, and he's going to have some of them in his army, so yeah. Well, let's get through that. Nothing else, I believe, buffs anybody who's going to be in the army that he's going to have by the end, except for Beast Driver for the Basties with Revivification Crystals, but they're never going to do that much damage, so it's not that big of a deal. You, Skink Priest, you're the KROXIGOR leader, right? The other one isn't, I take it. I don't remember. What do you do? You're just tough, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'd love to get another KROXIGOR leader, but it's okay. It's not a huge deal, I think. You are okay with Onslaught. I guess we'll get you Evasion. Gotta keep leveling you up for a while before we can get your stuff. Yeah. Maybe we'll go double artillery in this army, or maybe we'll get some or just go back and get Engine of the Gods anyway for these guys. Anyway, that's good with you two. What else do we have to do? Oh, let's move you, my friend, very, very slowly forward. You gotta creep up on Gorok a little bit. You need 25% to go into ambush, so let's put you right here. Can we see Gorok? No, we cannot. And we can go into ambush, though. Honestly, if Mr. Soothsayer goes up here, gets killed by Gorok, and then we capitalize on that, that would be real swell. That would be real swell. Not sure if it's going to be possible, but who knows? Who knows? Alright, Mazdamundi. I wanted you to grab this Skull Island for us, but this guy, he's going to destroy Xandria if we don't kill him right now. I just don't know whether we can do this and then go back. I feel like we wouldn't be able to reach him if we did this. Because, let's see, this brings us down to 63 movement, and all the way back will be doubling that, and then on top of that, it'll be very, very close. Let's just destroy this guy. I'd rather not risk it. It's not like the Skull Island's likely to disappear. You're going to move away as well. That's fine. What I probably could have done is have you moved here to Xandri instead, and then have taken Fyrus with only one Lord. That probably would have worked out better, but it's too late now. Alright, auto-resolve you, obviously. Alright, a little tiny bit of cash and 37 replenishment. Yeah, fine. Let's get that just to max out our oh, damn, poor Fangs. Oh, that damn attrition. That damn attrition. Alright, you go right here. I don't think this is... No, it's still an attrition. Damn it. Okay, but it's not that much. Oh, and we're now in... This is swamp attrition. It's not desert attrition, so that's better. Now, Khemri. You only have stuff in the Badlands here. Well, let's peace out with you. Let us peace out with you because I don't really care about anything in the Badlands. There's nothing there that's important. Shush, Cetra, shush. You need to relax, buddy. Non-aggression pact, peace treaty, trade agreement, military access. All this, please. All this. And wait, I take it he won't vassalize, right? I think it's impossible to vassalize Cetra. He will never become anybody's vassal. Yeah, fine. Fine. Non-aggression pact, trade agreement, military access, and why don't you give us some money as well? 13, okay, yeah. Tomb Kings have no money when they're played by the AI. I'm happy with that. If somebody else kills him, I don't care. And there we are, just like that, we are no longer at war with the Tomb Kings, or at least not these Tomb Kings. And Cetra is already way on the way to liking us once again, improving. Perfect. Alrighty, you two I can level up between the episodes because it's not a big deal right now. We'll have to send somebody down here to Sudenburg in the Plain of Tuskers, probably one of you. Oh, speaking of ya, let's get, was that? Oh, yeah, I already did that. Okay, fine. Who else do we need to move this turn? Who else? Virakar, Sky Master. We don't yet have, unfortunately, anybody for you to master. No aerial army yet, but we're getting there. We just got to get our income back up to where it was before. And, you know, we still need to recruit some more units of a bunch of different types. So, yeah. Including a bunch of Sacred Croxies for Nakai's army. In the meantime, you can build, I suppose, some red-crested skinks. Don't waste your time here, because you need to transfer them to Nakai's army. And then, I really wanted to have Gorak sit here in the Sacred Pools. Oh, you want a peace treaty now, eh, buddy? But you still won't confed. But what if we offer... Shh, Gorak. Shush. What if we give you a bunch of money as well as that? Damn it! Alrighty, well, let's keep depriving him of territories more and more, maybe killing his army, and then we'll see if he'll peacefully confederate with us. Very, very peacefully, quote-unquote. We just gotta make sure that Talaxland doesn't kill him. You know what? I think I tried this last time, but I just want to try once again just in case. Payments, offer payment. Come on. Yeah, no dice. No dice. Alrighty, and anybody else need to move? Has Grendel moved this turn? I don't remember. Grendel. Wait, where the hell's Grendel? Oh, here he is. He's already moved. Okay, fine, then we're gonna skip the rest of this. And we probably should build some stuff. You, Great Mortis Delta. Can we... Alright, you're never gonna get income. You're gonna be a little mini military hub. Yeah, that's fine. Why haven't I destroyed this? Oh, it's because of the extra KROXIGOR capacity that we're getting. You know what? We don't need that here. We don't need it here. It's fine. What about this? Axolotl. Can we upgrade you, or are you just gonna... You know what, let's not, just because Itsa might attack it. Tzlongsla, just leave you as you are. Volcanic Islands. You bring in a lot of money, even though you lose a ton of public order. As soon as we take the Fuming Serpent, this will be so much easier. But on the bright side, I think you have enough of a garrison, even if you do rebel, that it's not going to be a major issue. Southern Desert of Araby, what's wrong with you? Public order. Dropping quick. I suppose, you know what, let's upgrade your Look Oasis. And then let us... Oh, right, I was trying to get the rebellion here, but it's going to take so long that maybe it's not even worth it. Yeah, you know what? Let's just upgrade it. Screw it. Let's not bother doing it that way. Maybe we'll get the extra mod to re-recruit Mr. tic-tac-toe as well as oxyodal, because I'm not really willing to wait this many turns. Otherwise, I believe now we can end the turn. We have 9,000 money still, but I want to keep it for a number of reasons. One of which is to upgrade the Taming Pen so that we can build various Bastillodon types here in the Awakening. And let's end the turn. Let's get our next tech. Ooh, reduce upkeeps to KROXIGORs and Skinks. I love it. That'll help out. Let's see if anybody is close enough to attack us as well. Military alliance between Nagaryth and Exiles of Nehek we don't care about. Lots and lots of enemy heroes moving in. War declared between Khemri and Harbinger of Disaster. So Khemri might die. Now that we've crippled the faction. Oops. Ambush foiled Karitril. Foiled by who? Is Gorok nearby? And if he is, how nearby is he? Well, either way. There's the Tablet of Skinks. Capture and occupy the following settlement Chakwa. That's all great. I'd really rather have some more quests for some blessed units. Let us get... Well, Tablet of the Lesser Creatures does not help, but the Tablet of the Greater Creatures certainly does, so let's get that. Oh no, let's get the Sequence of Skink Invigoration first. More upkeep reduction. More. We need to keep maxing that out, because we need the money. And you, Karitril, keep slowly moving towards Gorok. I mean, I'm willing to bet that he could defeat you fairly easily. But if we get a lucky ambush, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Your army is unbuffed, right? You don't have... Well, you do have Quetzal's Design, and that's it. You get some magic. But if Gorok smacks you a few times, you're probably dead. Alright, Tehenowin. You can't quite reach Chakwa, so I think what we want you to do is move it right... Ooh, wait, you know what we could do? Alright, let's see if we can manage this. We will put Tehenowin right here where he has 90% damage chance. Wait, maybe even here. Like so. If we defeat Gorok in battle, I'm willing to bet that he'll peace out. Then, after putting you into ambush... What? Oh, really? You have 31, but oh man. Okay, that's not gonna work then. Will he try to fight you like this? Alright, fine. Nakai. He's just gonna run, he's not gonna fight this. There's no way. There's no way, his army is too weak. Unless he has a bunch of massive dinos there. I think Tehenowin can handle his army by himself. Nakai, then, you're going to push down here and take Sabaton for us, especially since you need to buff up your army afterwards. And then if you have to go north to take the Fuming Serpent, that's fine. Go down here, please, and you have just these 2 territories, don't you? It's a 5. What? That's 1, 2... Oh, I forgot about this stuff over here. Oh, whoops. Okay, so 1, 2, 3... 4 Fuming Serpent, and then 5 is Chakwa itself. He'll just keep sitting at Chakwa. Alright, now we can't take Fuming Serpent with this garbage, but if we are to build, let's say, 3 Sacred Croxies, that's gonna cost us... Ooh, we really should build the Honor Guard of Hexoatl as well. Give them to... Oh man, okay, maybe I'll do that at the start of next episode, but do it via global recruitment, even though the cost is ridiculous. Just do it like right here though, with another with a recruiting lord in Khemri, and then just hand them over to Mazda. But either way, we still need to build a couple more of these. 4 turns to recruit, unfortunately, so that's gonna take a while, but. You know what, it might actually be faster to just complete the construction of this and save ourselves the cash. Yeah, fine, just do that. And just do that. And I believe with that... Oh, damn it, we're at 100 alignments now, and... Okay, we have just lost our thing. Okay, fine. Star reading, definitely need to go back into economy and back into... I think it's units... And enact the Great Plan once again. Minus 10% upkeep. 14,500 up to... Yeah, 19,000. Absolutely worth it. There's no way that you shouldn't have that up at all times, essentially. And I think same with Forge Golden Idols. It's only 7%, but it is a 25 one. 25 alignment one, so it's pretty much always worth getting. And then after these 2, I think then we can start upgrading our stuff. I'm also surprised that the Slann are only 10. Mazdamundi gets 2 per Slann, right? Do we only have 5 Slann? I think we can recruit another one, but yeah, we can recruit you, Slann Mage Priest of Light, 3rd generation. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, unfortunately with that, we are out of time. There's not really much else to do here. No battles to be had this episode, so I'm just going to do the rest of the administrative stuff between the episodes, like moving a bunch of stuff around and assigning a bunch of skill points. Next time will be the defining moment Rigorok, and whether we destroy his, well, probably not destroy his faction, or what, whether we manage to get a fight with him in Tehenowen. It would be nice if the two, you know, attacked each other. I'm very tempted to go channeling, but there's probably no reason to. I mean, -3 attack is really not a lot, whereas 25 wins of magic power reserve is not bad at all. You know what, just go into channeling. I think the -3 attack is probably worth this. Wait, melee attack 37... Wait, melee attack 45... 37. Excuse me? Oh, because battle stance gives you 5 melee attack. Oh, so it's actually a loss of 8 melee attack. Okay, never mind. Never mind, that might be a little bit too much. 8 melee attack for the entire army is pretty hefty. But anyway, as I said, calling it here. Next time we probably will conclude the war with Gorok, as the rest of the stuff here is more or less undefended. We'll see if we can't confederate him. Maybe try to pick up this Skull Island, and ideally, if we can find another one, that would be swell. Maybe if we save up enough money, which is why I don't want to waste too much right now, we can just force Gorok into a peace plus a confederation at the same time, which would be really, really helpful. Otherwise, we will also start moving down here and conquering this stuff to take the rest of the desert. There's still a lot of desert to conquer before we go and find KROXIGOR at the Kingdom of Beasts, which is the goal for this campaign. Lots and lots of territory to conquer before we get there, and more armies to build as well. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and or a comment to support the channel. It really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.